So it's the start of the 2034 season and we're taking on Everton in the Charity Shield, Community Shield, McDonald's Cup, I don't know what it's called anymore. Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to the Hometown Hero Save. I am Cultured Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me. And yes, Everton is who we're taking on, but there is obviously transfer news to go through. So we'll start with the out. So Max Dummermuth has left for £32 million to move to Fulham. 2 caps for Germany, didn't come when he was playing for us, but 7 appearances, 19 in total, didn't really make too much of an impact at us, but we get a profit. We bought him for 29.5, we've sold him on for 32, so very, very happy with that. Max Dummermuth leaves the club to play for Fulham, so we'll probably be coming up against him relatively soon, sometime in his career. Patreon Derek Murphy leaves for Stade Rennais on a free transfer. Was doing alright, didn't really play for us. I think we bought him in, one game, and then he spent all time out on loan, was on loan at Cannes, and then decided to move to Stade Rennais for a free transfer. So hopefully, we'll keep an eye on his career, see how he gets on. But he should have a pretty good time in France, I imagine. Centre-back Guillermo Medina moves for £20 million to Nottingham Forest. So it should be very interesting. He was spent most of the season out on loan last year in France. Was very good for us in this season, and the seasons where we played 33 in 27 games, then dropped off as we brought in stronger centre-backs. But to still get 20 million for someone that we paid 12 million for quite a while ago, very happy with that. 20 million flat cash. He should go on to do very well for Forest, but I think we'll be coming up against him pretty soon as well. Going out on loan again is Diogo Antonio Basega. He has now been on loan in France for the majority of his time in Folkestone. He hasn't actually played a game for us. Loaned to Bordeaux for 4 years in a row. I'm hoping that he does get his French nationality sometime soon. So he's got 896 days, so a couple more years. Well, a bit more than that, isn't it? So, but we'll probably look to move him on. He hasn't progressed whilst being out on loan, but he is worth a big chunk of money. So I'm hoping that soon enough will be the time to sell him, I think. And then a big one, the flash in the pan. Bruno Fernandes moves for £37 million to Burnley, who are, I think, in the Championship, actually. No, they're back in the Premier League. So, yeah, we're going to be coming up against Bruno Fernandes at some point. Just didn't do very well for us, did he? That season there, he was absolutely incredible. 30 goals in 38 games, then 2 in 20, 1 in 8, and he moved to Italy. Got 1 in 3, but they didn't really play him that much. They didn't fancy him. He's going to get another shot in the Premier League with Burnley, where I'm sure he will score goals. But it's just, I don't know. He's got all the right stats. Just didn't work for him. Just didn't work. Next up, another Patreon, Ken Wynn. Came back off loan in Germany. Has now gone on loan to France. He's looking okay. Never really produced really good average ratings, which has let him down, because that's why, if he did well at Hoffenheim, I was going to give him a go in the first team. But unfortunately, Ken, you haven't. So you're going out to Bordeaux to join Basega. Again, you've progressed, but not brilliantly. We may look to sell you next year. Who knows? So we've brought him back to the club, and we've sold him again. Lionel Larrea came in, didn't really play. We bought him in for 6 million. 4 games, did all right, nothing spectacular. Sold him to Empoli in Serie A for 4.6 million. So we make a little bit of a loss, but doesn't really bother me. He was a good little short-term option to have in case of injury to Gunnarsson, who managed to stay pretty injury-free last year. But so Larrea has come in, gone, come in again, and gone again. Out on loan, Firmino has gone out on loan to Wolfsburg in Germany. Another one who's not really had an opportunity for us. Did really well on loan back in Brazil. Has struggled a little bit in Europe. But we got 1 million loan fee for him last year to Schalke. This year we got a £5 million loan fee from Wolfsburg. So he obviously does have something very special that Wolfsburg can see in him. But for us, he's not going to break past the strikers we've got in. So he's going to have another season out on loan, and we'll see how he gets on. And last but not least, Daniel Bagger, who is a young left-back that we've got. Left-back, centre-back. He's gone on loan to Motherwell. Went on loan to Ipswich and did reasonably well for them, playing mainly at centre-back for them there. But gone to Motherwell in Scotland. I would expect to see a higher average rating out in Scotland. Hopefully he can progress. He's got some good stats. Only 18 years old. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. But now it's the fun and what everybody wants to see. It's the ins. Now, we've only made 3 new signings. 3 so far, because obviously the transfer window's still open. The first off, 2 of them are free as well. So the first off free transfer is this guy, Carlos Diaz. We've needed a proper backup left winger to be, well, back up to whoever we decide to start out there, which will likely be... Oh my god, I can't remember. Who the bloody hell do we start? Oh no, that's going to give it away. Don't go on that. Yeah, he'll be the backup, but great pace, good crossing, good dribbling. A free transfer from PSV, who got him on a free themselves from Barcelona. Really good seasons. He's played a lot more for Barcelona B than he ever did Barcelona, but really impressed with his 2 seasons in Eredivisie. 7.13, 7.29, coming off the back of a very good season, 19 goal contributions in 30 games. We've picked him up on a free. He's a squad player, so he'll be rotated in. But yeah, very happy to get him in. Next up, free transfer. Mason Greenwood has joined. The experienced striker impressed me when I was England manager at the World Cup. I thought he came on and did very well, so we bought him on a free transfer from Borussia Dortmund, who paid £30 million for him quite a while ago. But really, look at these ratings. It's always above a 7. He's not had one season where he's dropped below 7. And I think that's absolutely incredible. Still, great goal contributions. He's going to be playing a sort of regular... well, he's got a regular starter, but he'll actually be playing as more of a squad rotation. I think... Yeah, squad player is what I see him as, but still great technique, great passing, dribbling, finishing, first touch, composure, determination, off the ball, pace, acceleration, agility. It's all still there. He's going to do a really good job for us. Can play off the right as well, can play out front. Very excited to see what he can do as a backup. And last but not least, for £70 million, 40 million down, 30 million over 3 years, we have bought in a name that I'm going to butcher every single time he gets on the ball, but we've brought in Theodoris Revethiopoulos, and he is a 20-year-old French wonder kid from SM Cannes. You can see it there, 70 million. It was all cash, but 40 million and 30 million over some years. Unbelievable season last year. 14 assists, 10 goals in 35 games. Looks to be the business. Looks to be really good. Unbelievable attributes. Unbelievable. He's 20 years old. Gets forward whenever possible. Plays short, simple passes. Plays 1-2s, which are all great. Listed as a wonder kid. Corners, dribbling, first touch, free kicks, passing, technique, work rate, vision, off the ball, decisions, composure, anticipation, acceleration, agility, balance, pace, and stamina. All above 15. If you take out long throws, he has nothing else below a 10. And his 10s are jumping reach, leadership, and heading. And tackling. And then everything above that is 11 or above. He is ridiculously good. Ridiculously good. And that is all the transfers we've done. We've brought 3 people in, and we've sold and got rid of a lot. Whether it be on loan or just actually sales going out. It's been a turnover, but, you know, we won the Premier League, so we didn't need to change too much. Well, we won the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Europa League in a quadruple last year. So, we've improved certain areas that we had to. We do still have a lot of players wanted. The transfer window is still open. We'll have to see how it goes. So, now, the reason I went out and got another central midfielder in Revi, I might just call him Revi, to be honest. Revithopoulos, I think is what it would be. I was expecting us to lose one of our central midfielders. We ended up not losing Camavinga, Del Bianco or Mariba, but I'm happy to have him in anyway. We are still a little bit short at right back if Gunnarsson gets injured, but I've got faith in Bunga unless we sell Bunga as well. And then he'll go. Alabi can play there, but I want Alabi at the back. Neko is another player we're looking at integrating into the team this year at left wing, potentially bought in last year. We've got a cracking team, absolutely outstanding squad, and I'm very excited to see it in action. So we do have Everton coming up tomorrow. As I said, the transfer window's still open. Man City have been offering like 100 million for Javier Chia. He's got a £91 million release fee, so I don't really know why they're offering. They keep offering like... I think it's like 82 million straight cash and then 10 million or 18 million over certain, like 2 years or something. But I'm like, unless they're going to stump up his release fee, then I'm not going to sell him. Unless they're not in the Champions League. Did they not qualify for the Champions League? No, they are in the Champions League, so they could just break that. They could just pay 93 million and get him, but I don't know why they're not. Paulo Cesar is wanted by Juventus. Javier Chier is Man City and Leipzig. Bunga is wanted by Arsenal. Ross Jacobs is wanted by Birmingham, but we're not going to sell you, Ross. And Neko is wanted on loan by Blackburn, Brighton, Burnley, Stoke and Southampton. So, yeah, interesting stuff. But we'll be back for the starting lineups for the game against Everton. So here we are then, back at Wembley for the Charity Shield. Although it doesn't look like we're at Wembley. It doesn't look like Wembley at all. We'll have to... Says Wembley, we'll go with it. Ramos in goal, Gunlaugson, Alabi, Gashi and Walter at the back. Del Bianco, Mariba and Cesar in the middle. Diego on the left, Greenwood on the right and Chalk up front. Greenwood comes in for Javier Chier because he's just lacking a bit of match fitness. Sanchez, White, Volps, Fogg, Baker, Baldini, Romero, Lee, Nunes, Dugdale and Juninho up front. Lee, it looks like they've signed him. What a player he was for us at the World Cup. Again, no, they haven't signed him. Why does it say he's making his debut? That's what that means. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Or is it Baldini? It could be that it's above Baldini. Yes, it is. It's above Baldini. Okay. So, who they've just bought in for 51 million. Sticking with the 4-1-4-1. It has caused us issues in the past. But let's go out there. We're doing this because it's another trophy we've not won. And I'd like to win every single trophy possible. But this year is all about the Champions League. That's what we want to go and win. So we'll be together for the Champions League draw when it happens. We're going to come off this though and go back into extended highlights on 2D Classic because we're back doing the Folkestone save, not the World Cup. A very boring first 20 minutes where nobody has had a shot. So it looks like we're sort of counteracting each other again as Gunlaugson on the right hand side comes forward with it. Gets past his man, still going. Gunlaugson lays it back to Greenwood. Into Del Bianco, through to Mariba. Mariba shoots, save from Sanchez. Easy for the goalkeeper in the end. Well, Greenwood's picked up a bruised ankle on his debut. He should be able to play through that, to be honest. But, yeah, really boring game. Everton not doing very much. And, well, with 5 minutes to go in the half, it's very, very quiet. Romero takes a free kick short to Juninho. Back to Romero. Romero on the ball. Tackled by Mariba. Goes long. That's easy for Baker to get to, though. Back up, Gunlaugson. Greenwood. Ball through, looking for Charlie Chalk. Charlie Chalk's in on goal. Good save from Sanchez. Del Bianco. Paulo Cesar. Out to Walter. Walter gets past his man. Into the box. Still going. Cross in, blocked away. Romero clears. Del Bianco into Walter. Del Bianco. Tackled again by Romero as Everton look to break with Juninho. Back to Fogg. He's another member of... There's a lot of players there. Baker, Fogg and Lee were all in our England squad for the World Cup. So... Del Bianco, Walter. Del Bianco keeps going forward with it. Shot blocked on the edge of the box as it's getting towards half time. And, well, Paulo Cesar goes in hard and he gets a yellow card for his tackle on Juninho. But Everton yet to have a shot. 7 for us, 2 on target. So it's not... We're doing all right. Calmly, we've been the better team. Everton really haven't offered anything. So I think we are correct in saying that we've been the better team. And try and keep that morale high. Let's see how this unfolds. We've got a very strong bench, though. That's what's brilliant about this season. We won the Premier League, and we only took a small bump in reputation as well, by the way. Oh, and Greenwood, signing Greenwood, gave us a massive boost in shirt sales. So that's always good to hear as well. There's Baker up to Nunes, into Dugdale. No, quite tackled by Mariba, but Nunes forced backwards. Fogg goes long. Baker heads it down into Juninho's path for Everton. Juninho, Baldini, out to Baker. Baker into the box. Not too many options. Nunes back to Dugdale. Dugdale to Baker. Baker. Romero. Ramos with a good save. We're going to get asked a few bit more. That's terrible English. Romero over the corner. Fires it in. Baldini beaten in the air. Paulo Cesar hoofs it away. And it is Paulo Cesar who's having a bit of a poor game. He's going to come off for James Taylor in the middle. And Charlie Chalk is going to be replaced by Serge up front. And we'll go from there. So hopefully Charlie Chalk doesn't have a World Cup hangover. He played very well in the World Cup. He scored goals. And he scored goals, a lot of goals for us last year. So I'm hoping he can do the same this year. Romero lays it back to Lee. Lee, ball across. Gunlaugson heads it back to Ramos very calmly. Nicely done from Folkestone Invicta's record purchase. As Greenwood doesn't go to the ball. And Baker intercepts it. Dugdale. Nunes. Back out to Baker on the left for Everton. Back to Dugdale. Ball in. Walter. Terrible header away. Romero's there. Ramos with a save. We're allowing Everton to get back into this now. We really are. They get a corner. Romero. In Dugdale beaten in the air. Juninho. Romero again. Romero all the way across the goal. Nunes keeps it in play. Back to Fogg. Fogg to Dugdale. Dugdale in and Gunlaugson clears. Yeah, we can definitely play better than this. Ramos picks up the ball into Alabe. Into Del Bianco. Out it goes to Diego. Skips around his man. Pablo Diego. Still going forward. He gets past Volps. Diego's still going. Cuts this back. Greenwood's there. It's a goal on his debut for Mason Greenwood. His first goal of the season. 20 minutes to go. Pablo Diego on the left. He's had 2 new players come in as competition in Neco and in Carlos Diaz. But I'm hoping, and he's showing, that he wants to make that left wing spot his own, to be honest, as that's a lovely finish from Mason Greenwood from a tight angle. And we score, and as you'd expect, the ratings go through the roof. We're going to bring on Revy, I think, for his debut as well in the Charity Shield. Robert Mariba! Oh, it's a good save from Sanchez. As they go 4-2-4, we are going to bring on Revy on for Del Bianco, just in there like so, next to Mariba. So the youngster coming on against the elder statesman of the Folkestone Invicta midfield. But I'm very happy with our midfield options are absolutely ridiculous. If you think our backup centre midfield partnership is Camavinga and Revy, that is ridiculous good. And Revy puts a good ball out to Greenwood on the left, but he's tackled. Romero goes up towards Nunes. Nunes comes forward with it. They've gone to the 4-2-4 attacking, which has caused us issues in the past. Baldini tried to bend one easy for Ramos, though. And we can hold on and take care of that pretty easily. Final 5 minutes of the game. And it's been pretty much one-sided in terms of efforts on goal. On target, we haven't had that many. Everton have had 3. As Dugdale comes forward, they do win a last-minute corner. And it looks like they're trying to play out from the back. So we're already closing them down as much as we can up there. It's hoofed away by Taylor. Nicely done, that one. Goes out for a throw-in. 4 minutes of injury time. Taylor picks up the ball into Revy. Revy sprays the ball out to Diego. Lovely pass out there. Pablo Diego on the left puts a cross in. Mariba's under it. Easy save from Sanchez. And, well, Mariba was offside anyway. But we are ticking down towards the end of the game. 20 seconds to go. If we can hold on to this win, it'll be another trophy in the cabinet for Folkestone Invicta. Gunlaugson. Gunlaugson down the right. Shoots Sanchez with a save. And we're going to chuck loads of people forward. So let's just quickly change our corners here. You can stay back. You can definitely stay back. And you can loiter on the edge. You can stay back. And you can stay back. You can stay back. And we'll just keep both centre-backs back for that one. We'll confirm those changes. In we go. And we should keep a large number of people back to deal with the counter-attack, which we do. Diego puts it in. And Taylor picks up the loose ball. Taylor turns. And there it is. We win the Community Shield. So it's now a quintuple, I think it would be. Although this is technically a new season, isn't it? But very happy with that. Enjoy your success. They get to walk the steps of Wembley again. And that is good. And we've got the European Super Cup coming up against Liverpool as well. I probably won't do that. Should I do that as an episode? Maybe I'll do it like this and do a one-game episode for that one as well. As Greenwood scores and the English football comeback. Lovely stuff. Medals for the win. Left foot, one of the top English managers. View the Hall of Fame. We've just got in on 10th. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Score-wise, we're very, very close to Roy Hodgson, so we should overtake him. And left foot leads Folkestone to glory, and Leclerc was looking at... Oh, yes, they replaced me with this chump, who is absolutely terrible. Awful manager. Awful manager. I did leave England. I left them after the World Cup. It was just sort of getting in the way of the Folkestone save. So, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't win anything with them, but... 3rd place in the World Cup, not too bad for England, to be fair. But, right, we'll be back for transfer deadline day to see if anything happens. So here we go then, deadline day, and, well, some things are happening. Claims have been made. You've made a bid for an unnamed player. Things are going well. Hopefully we can tie up a loose end, eh? Cheeky. Let's see what's going to happen on deadline day. Oh, it's a nonsense, great fun day, isn't it? It doesn't really mean anything. Callum Davies, remember him? We had him for a little while, sold him to Man City. We sold him for 9 million. They then sold him for 4.9 million to Bournemouth. They've just paid 59 million to buy him back from Norwich. So, yeah, make of that what you will. Need a homegrown player much? I think they do. So, yeah, that's happened. But we've got some news here. So we're looking to finalise the deal. Registration window. Man City signed Davies. And yeah, we've got some things happening, so we'll stick with it. We'll be back if there's any major news. So just under 4 hours remaining, and there is some news coming in as Birmingham make an offer for Ross Jacobs. We're going to reject it because, well, you're our backup goalkeeper, so you're not going anywhere. Sorry, Ross. You may fancy life in Birmingham, but not under my watch. Are you confident in Helversign? Oh, there's a lot more to do, but we're optimistic. Can you remember who Kajelbs was? Can you remember? We're looking to tie it up. We're looking to tie up a deal. It's very interesting because it's another central midfielder if we can get it done. Neko could be leaving. I wouldn't believe everything you read. 15 minutes to go. We face late pressure. And the transfer deadline's finished, which means we don't sign Kajelbs. We had everything arranged for it. That is really annoying. That is really annoying. I thought it was going to go through. I thought I was going to bring you the news. It would have been another wonder kid in central midfield, an elite midfielder at the age of 21. I'm going to go and just make the same bid again. 59 million. Yeah, make offer. 59 million with 20% sell on. It's a ridiculously good transfer if we can pull it off. Yeah, it's accepted. We'll start the negotiations. We'll go with the same, hopefully exactly what we had before. Get rid of these. And we'll up it to 180, 215, which is what he asked for before. We offered him 190 before. Oh, we've got him 5k cheaper if he comes than what we agreed before. Recommended 91. Ridiculously good signing. It would now be happening in January, obviously. But yeah, transfer window done. We bought in Revy. The transfer deadline has passed. There we go. So we'll do our squad registration. Make sure everybody's registered. Neko doesn't need to be. 24 players. We haven't maxed out on foreigners. Got loads of players trained in England, which is great. It's helped because Javier Cheer has now taken homegrown nationality. He's actually taken English as a nationality. Mariba is homegrown. Charlie Talk's homegrown. Robbins is homegrown. Greenwood's homegrown. Neko's homegrown if we needed to register him. Bradley Mayhair is homegrown, as is Gunn Laugson, Connor Reynolds, Ross Jacobs, so plenty of people there. And everybody's registered. So yes, and we'll have another superb central midfielder hopefully joining in January if Kajelbs agrees to the deal. And that will go through. So we'll be back for a one-off little episode against Liverpool for the Super Cup. And then it will be the Champions League group stage. That's when we'll be back after that. So the next episode will be the Super Cup. Not sure if there will be an episode tomorrow. But there should be one on Thursday because this should come out on Tuesday. So yeah, stick with it. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series. Subscribe if you're new. And thank you so much for all your support and watching all of this. Let me know what you think about the transfers down below. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.